What's up guys, Sand Legend here, back again with another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we're actually going to be going over some of the news that did drop yesterday, last night, well for me anyway, at news time. We finally got information on some of the icons that we got a hold of about the new 6+ coming to the game. And as we all guessed, it is going to be INU and NEKO, the first dual legend getting a 6+ super evolution in the game. This is really big because this just paves the way to other dual legends getting a 6+. Some notable units off the top of my head being like Shanks' crew. Shanks' crew is going to be amazing when he gets a 6+. It's going to be really good. Other units, even though this is going to be like way further down the line, probably units like Straw Hat Crew and Roger Whitebeard getting 6+s are going to be, it's going to be amazing for those units to get a super evolution. Other instances of super evolutions I can think of that are actually really good, that would be really good, I would probably say like some more of the crewmate based dual legends, like General Frankie is going to be really good with 6+, I'm pretty sure. We finally were able to get to see a Luffy Ace dual legend get a 6+, so that's gonna be really fun to see. So this right here happening is just really good for the game and just the units themselves. So we're gonna go over the information in this video today. We're also gonna go over the newest Kizuna Clash legend coming out, being the PEROSPERO unit. Now, PEROSPERO is kind of a weird choice if you ask me. Not saying I disagree with the choice at all. I think him as legend is great. His kit too is also great. We're gonna go over that too in a bit. So yeah, we're gonna go over both the 6+ INUNEKO and the PEROSPERO. So without any further ado, let's get started. So starting off with the INU and NEKO dual legend, briefly just going over their original forms. They do maintain their typing and their classes, so INU is still going to be a strength / cerebral, and NEKO is still going to be a striker, powerhouse, and psi unit. I really do like their artwork being just two long forms. I'm pretty sure this is reminiscent of the anime where, you know, stuff happens. I don't really want to spoil it, but I mean, this is there, so I mean, but anyway. We have the regular. There's 6-star versions of this dual legend, really focused on just cerebral and strikers, which does change with the 6+, as you can see. They just mainly focus on those two classes. They have this based on the tap timing ability, where based on your tap timing, you get a higher attack boost and everything. They make strength and psi beneficial. They have a healing mechanic in their dual legend form, in their combined form. They had the swap ability of removing despair and slapbind on themselves, and also reducing paralysis on the crew for 1 turn, which is it's an okay swap ability. It's like eh, and I mean in today's day and age, it's like really eh. They're special, being able to boost the attack and color affinity of cerebral and striker characters by 1.75 for a turn. They merge for 3 turns, and if you hit your perfects, you get an orb boost on the following turn, which is like, it's okay, but their 6+ really ramps up those abilities to its maximum. So we're gonna look at the level limit break abilities. We're gonna look at their max capacity, just because this is kind of what you want when you're using this character. So going over the INU and NEKO, since they kind of have the same captain ability, both are going to be able to reduce their own cooldown by 2 turns, and then everyone else's by another 2 turns. So basically, to themselves, they have themselves a 4-turn cooldown reduction, which is really good. Especially when you add on to the fact that sockets and ships and whatever else you can think of reduce their cooldowns even further. They basically get like I don't remember the number, like a -8-9 cooldown at the start of the quest, I want to say, which is really good. I mean, I probably can't do math right now, but it's whatever. They get a lot of cooldowns to point. They go on to say they boost Slasher, Striker, Cerebral, and Powerhouse characters' attack by 4.75 with a matching slot, 4.5 otherwise. I do have an error there. It should be 4.5. I don't know why I put 5.5 on there. But that's whatever. It's supposed to be 4.5. And they also boost their HP by 1.2. They make strength and recovery beneficial. For INU does that. He makes strength and recovery beneficial, and the NEKO makes psi recovery beneficial. They both state that they also reduce the crew's cooldown by 2 turns at the start of stage 3, which is also really good. They get even more cooldown. Now, Now, what I really like about this captain ability is that not only do they focus on Striker and Cerebral, they now focus on Powerhouse and Slasher, so you don't have to run Striker and Cerebral all the time. This is really good. They become a lot more versatile with them adding Slasher and Powerhouse to their kit, and with the fact that they in the original form, I think what would happen is that one of these units would boost like Cerebral or Striker more than the other class, so you'd be hitting a lot less with one of the other classes. But with here, you just get a straight up 4.75 for both captain abilities and 4.5 otherwise. It's just really good. So like regardless of who you switch with, you're getting the same multipliers. It's really, really good. Now, like I said, the cooldown is really good too. It's reminiscent of the Carrot Wanda, who does the same exact thing where they reduce cooldowns at the start of stage 3 and everything. Pairing them up with this unit is going to be really good. You'll see why in a minute. Now, their dual form does basically the exact same thing, but they just up the multipliers. So instead of a 4.75 attack boost, you get a 5.25 with a matching slot, 5 times otherwise, which is just really good. They also make strength, psi, and recovery beneficial for those classes. And then they also, on top of that, will heal 2 times their own recovery with each perfect that you hit at the end of the turn. So not only do you get like a health boost, you also get a way to heal. So it's really good. This unit is just bonkers good. Now, their special to become that dual legend, it's a 12-turn special, and what it does is that it will reduce attack down and chain down by 6 turns, which is really good. I think the ability without level limit break is just a 5-turn removal, which is also still really good. But I mean, 6 turns is just amazing. This is not even in their original forms. They don't have any kind of debuff removal whatsoever in their special at all. They also are going to reduce the cooldowns of Slasher, Striker, Cerebral, and Powerhouse by 1 turn. So on top of them reducing cooldowns passively, they also do it with their special, which is really good. You're going to get your specials up really, really fast with them as the captain. They also state they will boost the attack and color affinity boost of those classes by 2.25 times for 1 turn, which is just a big upgrade from their original 1.75 times attack and color affinity boost originally. It's just a really good upgrade. They're going to be having your units hit for a lot of damage. They become the dual legend for 3 turns, and if your crew hits 2 perfects in the turn the special is launched, they will then boost their orbs by a 2.5 times on the next turn, which is really good. I think originally it was 2.25 times, so they just upped the numbers. Like I said again, it's just a really good boosting ability in this kit here. And then on top of that, if they weren't done with that, they added something else. If you have an orb boost active already, they will provide a 2 times defense down conditioner boost for 3 turns, which is, it's kind of weird they have that, but I've seen on various social media where they discuss this and that ability specifically. You have units like Carrot Wanda, which does reduce the defense of all enemies to 0. And you also have, I think it's also want to mention that the rare recruit Kiku will also be able to reduce the defense of the enemies by 80% as a supported character. So that's also really good. Just by using those characters, you're able to actually get this extra damage from their special, which is just really good. Overall, this kit alone, we haven't even got to the top ability yet. This kit alone is just really good. They did a really good job making this 6+ worthwhile. Like, this is just really, really good. Now, talking about their swap ability, as you can see, they have Super Swap, which is also something I'm excited for when they 6+ other dual legends, if they're going to get Super Swap or not, which is going to be insane when they do get around to doing that. Now, the regular swap ability with 6+ is going to change their own slot in the matching, which their original form did not do, which it does kind of suck. But now we're able to get a matching slot, which is kind of a standard for most dual units nowadays, especially dual legends, that they get themselves a matching slot. Now, they're also going to reduce the crew's paralysis by 1 turn, which is normal. They reduce their own slot by despair. But on top of that, they also give themselves a 2 times orb boost for 1 turn, which is not that bad. Carrot want to do a similar thing where they give themselves an attack boost. But their Super Swap, after 4 swaps, is going to do everything like in the previous swap ability thing, but they're going to reduce paralysis by 4 turns instead of 1, which is really good. And then they're also going to, instead of boosting their own orbs, they boost everyone else's orbs, like Slasher, Striker, Cerebral, and Powerhouse by 2 times for 1 turn, which is really good because you can actually just swap with them, get the orb boost, and then you have the conditioner boost active for 3 turns. And then if you use you use your special and everything, you get the color fury boost, the attack boost, and the orb boost on the next turn too. So you're basically gonna have the 2 times conditional boost and the 2.5 orb boost. It's just really good. This unit is just absolutely monstrous in what it can do now. Now, we do have the legend PEROSPERO coming in this upcoming Considered Clash. He is a Considered Clash legend, and what he does is really amazing. So, PEROSPERO himself is going to be a Dex, Striker, and Driven character. Now, immediately, his class and color combination has immediate synergy with a lot of the recent legends that have been releasing, especially starting from New Year's on down. You have the versus Yamato and versus Kaido both boosting Striker in some shape or form. You have the Nami also boosting Striker. In her classes, she was Free Spirit, Striker, and Sai. You also have the Whitebeard, who also boosts Strikers and everything, and is a Dex unit. It's just really good synergy with a lot of characters that have been coming out, like I said. Now, his captain ability is going to read that he will boost the attack of Striker and Driven characters by 5.25 times, HP by 1.2 times, and then make their Strength, Dex, and Recovery slots beneficial, which is like, it's a really solid counter, really, just right there. He's also going to reduce damage taken by 10%, and then on top of that, reduces the crew's special reverse by 10 turns, which is really good. Like, this right here is just a very solid captain ability. Nothing too broken and nothing that's like trash or anything. This is just a really solid captain ability that's definitely going to see a lot of play as a captain. Now, he does have Superclass. Now, he does need 6 Strikers for Superclass special to activate, which I do find kind of annoying, but I mean, it's not that hard to build a crew of just Striker characters, so I'm not really going to bother with it. He will change the block and type slots into matching, and then he will apply a minus 30% Striker resistance to all enemies for 1 turn. So he does apply a non-counterable debuff to the enemy, which is just really good. Like, this is just a solid Superclass special, being able to get matching slots and get basically free damage. Now, he does have a multi-stage special, which is kind of weird, but it's alright because both the specials are really good. Now, stage 1 does take 8 turns to activate, and what it does is that he will cut the HP of the enemies by 10%. He's also going to, damage dealing specials, that's really good. He's also going to give the Striker and Driven characters -1 cooldown. He's going to then lock their slots for 1 turn, and then also provide a 60% damage reduction for 1 turn. Now, just that alone, if you already know about Yamato, you know this special is really good, because before you get a slot lock, if you use Yamato special already, you get Wano and Tano slots. You get to lock those slots. You also get 60% damage reduction, which pairs well with Yamato's damage-based attack boost, which is just really good. It goes on to say that if your captain is a Striker or Driven, it sets the chain boundary to 2.75 to 10.0 for 1 turn. Not really a worthwhile chain boundary. I'd probably rather use someone else's chain boundary, but at the very least, it starts at 2.75, which does get around a lot of what we've been seeing nowadays, the chain-based attack down debuff, which we will get to in a minute. Now, the stage 2 special does essentially the same thing up until the point where they lock slots. He will provide the 10% health cut, the -2 cooldown instead of 1 to these Striker-driven characters, and then instead of locking their slots, he instead is going to give them a slot chain for 1 great hit, which is a lot better than a slot lock, because you don't have to hit greats at all. You basically get to keep your slots forever, which is insane for Striker-driven characters. This is really good. I think the other character that can do something similar to this is the Capone crew, but they give you perfect lots, and they will immediately go away because you are aiming to hit perfect when you use your special and everything, because they do provide damage and stuff. You are aiming to hit perfect, so they go away quite fast, but great hits, you're not even trying to hit great hits at all. So you don't even have to, this is just a really good part of the special. On top of that, though, he will provide a 95% damage reduction, which for Yamato is just more free damage, it being a 1.95 times damage-based attack boost. which is damage reduction based attackers, which is just really good free damage on Yamato teams. And then if you're a captain of striker and driven, it ups the chain boundary to 3.75 to a 15.0, which is better than the stage 1 special, but it's still like, I'd rather use someone else for the chain boundary. But if you do, and you have a chain lock active when you launch the special, you actually get a 1500 base attack boost for striker and characters for 1 turn, which is really good. Overall, this unit, not even getting to his other abilities yet, this unit is really good. He's definitely going to be seeing play after his debut. Hopefully, at some point I'll get him. I know I'm not going to get him in this Casino Clash, but hopefully at some point I do get him so I can play around with him. He seems like a really fun unit to have. Now, he does have crewmate abilities, being strength and dex beneficial for striker and driven characters, which is really good. It's also going to reverse his own special reverse by 5 turns so that you can use his special and reduce cooldowns and everything, which is really good. Now, his Limerick abilities, not really anything to scoff at, but as you can see, he does reduce his own cooldown by 6 turns, which if you already know, he does have 8 turns for his stage 1. So when you start the quest, you can immediately activate a special because of sockets and everything, and ships and cap abilities and any and all that reduce cooldowns. You can immediately activate a stage 1 special, which is really, really good. Now, like I said, we're going to get to the chain-based attack boost, attack down debuff, because his support ability, which attaches to Big Mom, Katakuri, Cracker, or Smoothie, if you can get inflicted with that debuff, he will lock the chain at 2.75 times for 1 turn. Now, it's not a big chain lock, I know that, but most of the chain-based attack down debuffs, they do average out around 2.25, 2.5 times where you get the attack down if you're not above that chain, which his support ability will be able to counter that, starting you off with locking the chain by a 2.75 times chain lock, which is just really, really good for those debuffs and everything. Now, this debuff isn't like common. It's usually like seen in like Trade Map and Kazuna, from what I can tell. But even then, this is definitely going to see some sort of play somewhere. It's definitely going to see some kind of play. This is a really good support ability. I would be surprised if it didn't get any kind of play at all, honestly. But yeah, both of these units are just really good units, and they're definitely going to be seeing play. Later on down the line, doing some really good shenanigans with other units and everything. These legends are really fun from just the looks of it and everything. But that's really it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I will see you guys in the next video.